This is Paul Turner, the Immigration Barrister at Imperium Chambers. Thank you for watching this video. Please subscribe to my channel and hit the notification button if you want to keep up to date with all immigration news. If you have an immigration problem or you want some immigration advice, particularly in respect of ETS, please get in touch with me and I'll do my best to help you. Today's video really follows on from the recent programme on Newsnight and the recent news articles about the difficulties or the apparent irregularities, if we can put it mildly, in ETS and the government's decision to rely on ETS's information. The purpose of this video is to explain what the current law is now, as we are still waiting for the outcome of the case of DK and others, and what you can do. Now, as the law stands at the moment, whilst we are waiting for the decision from the upper tribunal, it is that Secretary of State has, by a very narrow margin, disclosed a case to answer, i.e. that if there is an invalid or questionable response from ETS, notwithstanding any concerns people have about ETS, that's enough for the Secretary of State to refuse you. But you will get a right of appeal, and you are entitled to a right of appeal following the case of arson. And if you win the appeal, then you should be entitled to be put back into the position you were before they made the original allegation. Now, these cases are often quite historic, and people received the initial refusal some 5 or 6 years ago. So, what can be done now? Well, following the case of arson, you now have the ability to make an application in country which challenges the Secretary of State's allegation that you cheated. You have the opportunity of putting forward evidence, and I can advise on what evidence to be put forward, and you've got the opportunity of putting forward further representations, which I can draft, to explain why you did not cheat. If the Home Office does not accept this, then you will be granted an in-country right of appeal. And again, I can help you prepare for the in-country right of appeal, and indeed I've had a fair amount of success in doing so. You can check my reviews and speak to other people about it if you want to. And then we can prepare for an in-country right of appeal, which will be heard before an independent immigration judge. And if you win that appeal, then following the Court of Appeal decision in Khan, you will be put back into the position you were before the initial allegation. Now, the initial allegation might be back in 2014, and you may have entered the country in about 2009 or 10. What that will mean in practice is that you can then apply for indefinite leave to remain. If you haven't clocked up 10 years, then you will get a 2.5 year period, and then when you get to 10 years, then you can apply for ILR. So, whilst the programme on Newsnight was certainly illuminating about the inefficiencies, to put it mildly, within ETS, and the fact that ETS knew that there was cheating going on, the current law is, until we get the decision in DK, that there is still a case to answer. But do not worry, I can help you, and I've helped lots of people answer that case, successfully win their appeals and be granted indefinite leave to remain, and later on be granted British nationality. So, the programme is very interesting. I hope people enjoyed it, but the legal position remains the same at the moment, but it is not a hopeless legal position. It is one that you can, and if it's prepared properly and you didn't cheat, you ought to win. So, if you have a TOEIC allegation against you, then please get in touch with me and I will do my best to ensure that you get the visa that you're entitled to. And as a further point, there may even be the possibility of getting some compensation, but I'll be covering that in another video. Thank you very much for watching this video. I hope you've enjoyed it. Please stay safe during this pandemic. It's not over yet. Hopefully it will be soon. Thank you again. This is Paul Turner, the Immigration Barrister at Imperium Chambers.